Welcome to the Complete Linocut Toolkit product tour. This pack will allow you to create your own digital Linocut designs and illustrations with ease. I've combined my favourite features from both Photoshop and Illustrator to make this ultimate toolkit. Use the Illustrator brushes to draw your design and then paste it into one of the smart PSDs, utilising the real ink textures. You can then further embellish your designs using the one-click layer styles and seamless repeat patterns. Watch on to see how to use the individual components of this pack. The first part of the product that I'm going to show you how to use are the Illustrator brushes. These were made sampling real liner cuts for an authentic look, and they're really easy to use. Simply select a brush from the tab by clicking on it, and then select the brush tool from the tools menu by clicking on that, and draw a line. After you've drawn it, you can change the thickness by adjusting the stroke width, like so. So we'll fatten that up. And if you want to adjust the width in multiple places along the line, select the width tool here and simply drag like so. Then if you're not happy with the colour of your brush stroke, just adjust the colour here. After you've drawn it, you can repose it by using the direct selection tool and clicking on an anchor point and dragging. In the brushes document, you'll find several examples that can also be seen in the preview images on these layers here. You can analyse these and see exactly how I created them. After creating your basic design in Illustrator, it's time to add the textures. You do this by opening a Smart PSD and replacing the existing Smart object with your own design. It's worth noting that you have two options here. You can replace the Smart object with an image that you generated in Illustrator, or with an image that you generated in Photoshop. So you have this top folder here, which will open the Smart object in Illustrator, and the bottom folder here, which will open it in Photoshop. I did this for those of you who don't use Illustrator, so you can still take advantage of the majority of this pack. Everything but the brushes will work in Photoshop. So, to replace the Smart object, look for the Smart layer, which looks like this, and double click on its icon. A new window will open containing the artwork, and all you do is delete the existing artwork, then go to the document that contains your new design and copy it, and then paste it into where the old artwork was. And all you do is save it and go back to your Smart PSD, and it'll magically appear. One final note on the Smart PSDs, you'll notice in quite a few of them, in the background folder, you have different background options, and to use them, simply turn off the existing one and then turn on the other ones. To use the one-click styles is as simple as it sounds. All you need to do is create your text and then click on a style from the tab icon, like so. So I have my text selected in the layers tab here, and I go to the styles and I click them there. And if I want a different one, I just click on a different tab. Really is very straightforward. Now, after you've applied the styles, you can adjust the size of each of them, and you do this by going to Layer, Layer Style, and Scale Effects. And I'm going to change it to 125% there. As you see, it gets bigger, and if we go down to 50%, it gets a lot smaller. It's worth noting that whatever colour your text originally was, this will show through the transparent parts of the styles. So if you want to your text to have a blue background, simply select it and change the colour here and select it like that. If you want purple, pick purple. If you want to see the background through the text, then just adjust the fill section of the layers tab here by putting it down to 0, and as you see, the background just shows through. One final thing about layer styles which is worth noting is that you can expand the individual attributes to editable layers, so you can edit them individually, and you do this by selecting the layer that you want to edit and go to Layer, Layer Style and Create Layers. And what you'll end up with is you have the stroke layer, you have your pattern layer, and then you have your text. So I've got my pattern layer here, and I can move that around. I can rotate it if I want, or I can adjust the colours. This just makes the product that little bit more flexible. The final thing I'm going to show you in this video is one of the many ways to apply the patterns. These patterns were made from real Linocut textures and a very high resolution, meaning you can use them in huge areas on your images. So, to fill an area with a pattern, all you do is go to Edit and Fill, and select Pattern in this drop down menu here, and select one of the patterns there and click OK, and the area will instantly be flooded with pattern. Now when I zoom in here, you can see all this lovely Linocut texture, which is, as I said, taken from real ink source material. And that's it. If you've got any questions about the pack, just leave me a comment and I'll get back to you. I've had so much fun making this kit, and I'm sure you'll have just as much fun using it. Thanks for watching.